Um, I'm just spinning up here. Give me a minute to get my project started up. So I want to finish. Um, I'd like to finish my noise formula today, or at least like a baseline, because I want to capture some B-roll. And I might do that in a different stream. So I'm going to actually change that title right there. There we go. Change it up. Come on. But we're close. So I've been like coming up with a noise formula that looks like a planet is one thing. Putting a harness on it so that you can deterministically control the output is another. That's kind of where we're at. I've been bashing face on this for a few days now. No, I don't want to participate in your stupid hardware survey. Go away. And what the hell? We're gonna do the B-roll in a separate stream if we do it. So let's do that. Change it. Okay, I guess I can't update the title, so let's go ahead and start it on up. Okay, so let's see here. So I've been working in this planet noise function. We basically got an effect that we like. I also changed the material, which made a big difference. I changed the material to be centered around 0. So basically, the point of that is when we center the noise around 0, it's a consistently sized planet. Because if you think about centering the noise around -1, or, well, what do I mean by centering the noise around 0? What I mean is that our noise is both, will have both positive and negative output values, but their baseline, like their axis value for their z axis, would be at 0. So like the radius of the planet would be 0, right? So now instead of our noise only shifting our planet upwards, our noise shifts our planet upwards and downwards. And the reason that's important is because it allows us to have consistent sizing of the planet. Whereas, like before, your planet might say it's X radius, but it's really almost never that radius, except at its very lowest points. It's always like some larger radius than that. But now, when you say a planet is X radius, it really should average out to the actual radius, which is useful for things like material height maps and things like that. So I updated the material to function that way, and I updated the noise to function that way. And I've kind of just been trying to get a handle on like what parameters do I need to expose, how do I need to scale all this stuff so that the noise comes out in like a consistent value range that I can work with. And we're close. We're close to at least having it working with like mountains. I'm gonna hold off on craters and valleys for the moment because I would like to collect some B-roll for another project that I'm working on. So I'm on the tail end of this process. We're basically coming up with the bound values that work well, testing the various things. So, like, we have this continent noise that I've been working on. It takes in shape and fault magnitudes, sea level, min elevation, and max elevation. This needs to be tested a little bit more, so I have it down here so that we can see it. That's what we're looking at when we look at our planets right now. And specifically, I want to see the output of blending these guys because they weren't having the effect that I wanted to, but I think I figured it out just a minute ago. So hopefully we can fix that up. And here we go. We're gonna try this at like 11.5101. Then we're gonna try it at 1.510, and I want to see and make sure that this is having the effect that I want it to. And then as soon as that's done, we're gonna go and basically finish the harness, which is just two structs. We've talked about it before. You create a struct for the settings. Okay, so this is it as it currently stands. Let's I'm seeing the fault line, so that's a good sign. Oh, hopefully it's not still on a 6 depth. It is. Turn this down to a 4 so that we can actually work with it. So like I can turn up the minimum detail level in order to get better screenshots and things like that. Full detail screenshots from far away without having to rely on the LOD. Okay, so go away, go away, go away. So now if I do this, let's see how it changes. This is continent noise only whenever that finishes, which should hopefully not take too long. But yeah, this whole Planet project, so like it's at the fun part now, which is like all the mesh stuff is done. I don't have to worry about the mesh generation or any of that. I can just go futz around with noise formulas and get there. Let's duplicate this. Duplicate priority transform. I want both sides lit. I know it like the lighting looks like shit when you do that, but I want to be able to see the whole planet at this point, and that's just a quick way to do that. And we'll just come down here and toggle this. All right, so we got. You also get really weird shadows when you do this. Like the shadows are actually outlining like our noise in a way. It's kind of crazy. All right, so here is what we have without the shape noise. And I may just need to do a different blend, like between these two noises as well. That's the other thing that I'm not sure about. Could also like do a multiply potentially. All right, so like that. See? Okay. Now is it actually what the fuck? Yeah, so something's definitely going wrong there. Shape noise, shape magnitude. And that's why we weren't really seeing a difference, because it would appear that it's not working right. That specific piece of noise. So min max and shape noise. I really wish that there was like a reliable way to see the output ranges on these. All right, well let's make sure our input noise is valid. So we can like basically we just swap out the noise that we set here for a noise that we're working on. Because that output is not what I expected. This is a little bit more like it. Okay. This output is, however, what I expected. So now I'm a little confused. So if that's correct, then in here, we do a remap on this and a remap on this. We add the two remaps together. We remap to 0 to 1, and we subtract the sea level. There's no way they're just canceling each other out, right? All right. Continent noise. Build that again. We need to make sure that we're not multiplying by any of this shit later. Um, See, now I would expect this, for instance, on this planet that we were just looking at, I would expect this to be the same, but it's not, and I'm very confused as to why. Um, hmm. That all looks correct. Adding them. This is 1 and this is 0. This should be 1. If this is 1 and this is 0, this should be 1. Remapping from -1 to 1. And then min-maxing. And then shifting that to 0 to 1. And then subtract the sea level from it. Okay, let's try this. Real quick so I can be sure I'm not going crazy. Interesting. .25. I guess it's getting squished too much. Like, I don't understand how it's like basically it has nothing. Like, what? But then when I do, okay, so then when I do this, What the fuck? Okay, let's compare that to the continent fault noise. We can see there's like an extreme variance in the like scale of the two. There is. There is indeed. Is the planet shape noise? Okay, so I remember I had to do a specific remap out of this, and it was a fractal. Let's try this. Oops. So we're spreading it from this range, and we're doing fractal. Okay, so maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. So if I go back over to planet noise, I need to look at planet shape noise. Flip. Frac. And then instead of doing this, it's just going to be normal. I mean, you could flip it, it doesn't really matter, but. And then here we're going to sort of flip. Maybe my noise is just scaled in the wrong range for that one, which would make a lot of sense. Okay, so this is, again, this is our continent noise. But it's really crucial that we figure out a way to get all this stuff scaled to like the -1 to 1 range. Like the end output should mostly fall between that range. It can go a little bit above or a little bit below in certain areas, but so planet shape noise. What the fuck? Okay, so that didn't spread it properly. So maybe we can figure this out. Here we go. So we're doing fractal noise and then remap from 0 to 1. -1 to 0. When we're done, it should have roughly 50% over and 50% under the water line. See, this is like all over. This is too much. And 5. I don't know why this would work. It's probably a dumb idea. What? Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. I was on land. Well, now this looks like roughly 50-50. It's fine if it's on like one half or the other. That's like the variance we're kind of looking for. Um, so if I go from 0 to 1, hang on, let me, and I spread it like that. It's past 5 anyway. All right, and then I come out here and change my node depth just so that I can force it to regenerate. Yeah, yeah, okay. So now I do interesting. Very interesting here. Like, I'm confused as to why I would need to double it to hit the ranges I'm looking for. Point. It's really weird. 1, 0. Let's just play around with the numbers. We'll come to an understanding after we roll our face around on the keyboard a little bit. All green? Yeah. So this is all land. This is all land. This is all sea. Right? Pretty much. Okay. And what's this? A remap that does nothing, but we'll leave it there because we probably are going to have to remap this noise. I mean, that seems correct right there. But this isn't doing anything. Frack. Maybe we'll just try multiply just for shits and giggles. Alright, so that seems fine. We're gonna have to change the output down here. Just to take a look at what the effects of the multiply here are. I'll do it like that. Okay, and let's refresh. All in. So that says to me that my values are higher than I thought they were. Interesting. All right, let's put it back to and I think this should actually be 2. All right, let's try that. Fucked up. If I'm making that 2, I need to change the sea level to 1. Okay, now that's not too bad. So let's try bringing the sea level down a smidge. Maybe like a 0.5. Seems like it's getting better. Now, leave this max elevation at 1 too, just for the moment. And then we'll start fucking with the magnitudes, the relative magnitudes here. That's looking pretty good. Okay, let's try with or 0 here. Okay, that one works. And let's try with a 1 here and a 0 here. Hmm. Where else am I? It's gotta be being used somewhere in here. Go to definition, shape, fault. 1, 2, source from shape plus fault to shape plus fault to 0, 2. Yeah, I just don't understand that. So let's find. All right, here's another idea. I have another idea. I want to give a shot. We might be able to. Am I not initializing the noise coming in here? What's going on? To multiply. Right, so I can try it like this. Eddie, you don't need to bark at that dog out there, dude. It's not. It's really not a big deal, dude. Damn it. Now they're going. Really, that sucks. All right, there's another option here. There is another option. Um, why are you being a pain in the butt, Teddy? So what we'll do is instead of using remaps here, we're just going to use multipliers. Mul 0 set LHS set RHS, add the missing semicolon, and fault magnitude, then mul1 set LHS in planet shape noise. Oops. Yep, fix that. HS. No. HS and in shape magnitude And then we'll try adding those together. Mole 0, mole 1. There's no way. There should be no way that this that should be 0 where it was being 0, I hope. Arm 2, subtract sea level, return that, smoothing. Okay. All right. So let's give that a shot. Really just want to figure out this last little bit, man. How about 9621? Oh, numlock. 9621. Okay. This is looking promising here. 9620. Am I below ground or on? Okay. Pink is the ocean. I mean, it doesn't seem awful. What's our sea level set to in this case? Point 0.75 would be. Yeah, okay, so now I bet we can use 1 to get our 50% ocean, hopefully. Oh, God. Well, wait. No, that is about 50% ocean. It's just because our planet noise is probably contributing a little bit too much, our shape noise. So let's try and see if our multipliers work, which is what we just changed. So, oh, wait. Hold on a second. Hold up, wait a minute. We just fixed it so that it was showing the other one. That's good. Green is land here, pink is ocean. It does help. It adds some more continentality to it, but I think that we should reduce this like 0.5. I think it might be working. I'm going to try 0.25 next. Continents blend out a little bit further. Less isolated on one side of the globe. Yeah, I think we got it. I think it's working. So if I do this, we should have like no bias to either half of the globe. So we'll go up to 4. Uh-oh. Oops, land only. Oopsie. What? What the actual fuck is going on? Now I really don't understand. Excuse me? Hey, little girl. You want to jump up? I help. There you go. All right, you did it. Um, so this is what we want. It is correct. It's been very confusing because it's almost like this is doing a multiply or something where if one side is zero, shape fault. Do I have them ordered wrong? Shape fault. Right now I should see only the continent fault noise, right? I have to be missing something. This should span between 0 and 1. I mean, negative 1 and 1. This should span between negative 1 and 1. This should combine them. Could also add them both to 1, multiply them, divide by 3. Add both to 1, multiply. So confusing. Everything seems right here. I feel like it's getting zeroed out somehow. All right, let's try this one more time. 1, 0. We should see some. We should see the larger scale noise. We do. Okay. 0, 1. And yet, if I take the noise input itself, it's correct. What the actual fuck? So, like, all right, so we're basically grinding this method until our current setup down here outputs the fault map. 0, 1, 1, negative 1, 1. Okay, yeah. So we should be multiplying by 1 here. Planet fault noise comes in. Planet shape noise comes in. Magnitude, fault magnitude. This should be 1. You know what? Fuck it. Let's set a breakpoint. Mm-hmm. We're going line by line. There's got to be something obvious I'm missing here. So this should be negative 1 to 1 noise. This should be negative 1 to 1 noise. We multiply them both by the relative magnitudes. We add them together. Then we want to remap them. into the positive 0 to 2 domain so that we can subtract the... Do I need to do this? Maybe I don't need to do this. What happens if I do this? KC and then... Maybe I don't need that remap at the end. No, it's fucking flat. The fuck, man? Okay, next crazy experiment. Oops. If this shows our content noise, then we know that this add is fucked up somehow. Because adding 0 to anything should equal 0. I mean, should equal whatever the thing was, right? Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Wait a second. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't. Fuck. Let's put our sea level at 0. Changing it like we just did, basically changed it to where 0 is now our 50% sea level. 1 would be like 100%. -1 would be like no ocean. Okay. Now, the moment of truth. Excuse me? Okay, so another idea. Apparently adding to zero is causing big issues with this. So let's do this. Fault content. Okay, right here. Right here. If in shape magnitude is greater than in fault magnitude, else fault is zero. So if the shape magnitude is greater than the fault magnitude, we lead with that. Otherwise, okay. Let's try one more time. Apparently, it doesn't like it when your left-hand node it starts out as a zero. Very strange. Okay, so we have our shape noise. That's weird. Because this is an add, right? The order shouldn't matter. The order of operations, that is. Like if I take a bounded range, -1 to 1, and I add that to a range that's always 0, you should just get whatever the first range was. And it doesn't matter what. Okay, that was it. What the fuck? Okay, so now we understand. Any max elevation, sea level, and the magnitudes. That makes sense. 0.25, 0.1, and 0.5. Okay, it's working the way I want it to. It's centered around the point that we're talking about. It's centered around 0. And when I change that, it just increased the height of the relative height of the continent, but not the scale or the sea area. So that's good. Sea level also feels okay, although let's try like a point 0.2 and see how that goes. Or actually, let's try like a negative point 0.2. We can also set like a point 0.5 here. Okay, I think we got it. I think we got this layer working. It's so weird that you have to like after multiplying by 0, you have to flip the order of the add. Why would that ever matter, man? Oh man. Apparently it does. Okay, so now we have our nice variance. I think this is working now. We could also do like a point 0.5 here. See how that looks. Let's kind of play around with the values between the expected ranges and make sure everything still looks good. I didn't see a lot of difference there. Let's do this. Um, 0 out sea level. Okay, next. Okay, good. Let's see the impact of having 100% of both. Okay, now I'm upset. It doesn't look like it made a difference. See, that is the kind of fault noise. The one is almost like the ad is doing nothing. Yeah, it's not doing anything. And that's why when it was 0 on the left hand side, it wasn't working because it's just not doing what we think it's. Okay, let's try a different paradigm. A1. We know it works for constants. So 2, 2, 2, 1. Multiply A1, A2, auto. Sub-zero. Side one. Right hand side one. And then remap from what would be good for dinner tonight? Safe? No. Yeah, I was a little worried about that. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Okay, hold on a second. Let's go back to this. Because, like, the ad should work. Jesus Christ, Daddy. Holy shit. Chill. What about this? I wish you would shut up, Daddy. Being very annoying. Hey! Quit it. Quit. Quit it. Quit it. He knows he can bark with impunity because I'm, like, under my computer right now. Hmm. means that they're not okay. That means that our bounds are going to be like this now. Hopefully we don't need these. And then to sea level, finally clamp it to the min-max elevation. Right, save it. Go to declaration. And, right, save it up. Back down here. Let's give this a shot. Let's do one to start. This should look like our continent noise. Yo, dude, what up? I haven't been checking chat, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm using a bunch of free shit and I haven't put a lot of effort into streaming, to be honest, so it's probably something I'm doing wrong. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Hang on, what was my sea level at? Sea level's at 0. Try 1. Okay, there we go. We're good. We're good. Okay, so that's the mountain noise. I mean, that's the shape. Yeah, sorry. He's a little, he can be a little spicy sometimes. Are you kidding me? What the fuck? Alright, let's try a 0 here. So apparently this is, 1 would be, it's flipped from what I would actually want it to be, but let's make sure it's working at all. Alright, so now it should be the continent fault noise. It is. Okay, great, great, great. Very nice. Very nice, very cool. Um, and tectonic blend. You just flip the order here to have it behave the way we want it to. So now 1 would be full tectonic noise and 0 would be full random noise, and you can do a blend in between. Maybe this is the way. It's this one little fucking thorn in my side. I think the rest of the noise formula is pretty much done. 1, 1, 0 should be 1 now to maintain the same appearance. Sea level of 1 makes sense because right now we're saying that like 2 would be full ocean, 1 is half and half, and 0 is no ocean. And we can scale that later. First, we got to get it into manageable ranges. So there's that. And then if I go to my blend and I do a 0, I should see only the shape noise. Yeah, yeah, okay, good, nice, very nice. And now if I go to a 0.5, what do I get? All right, well, how about a 0.25? meaning mostly shape noise. Doesn't seem right. It's just doing the same shit where nothing I do changes it. God damn it. Wait, I thought I did 0.25 here. Maybe not. Okay, so patch is linked. Can you... It's lagging, so like... Alright, there. 3. Yeah, okay, yeah, so we are getting the effect of it, because we're concentrated on this side now, right? Which is where the shape noise just so happens to be, but we're still getting the continents chunked into it. That is great, so now... Try like a 1.5. Everything else should just kind of work once I enable it again. Yeah, okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. So now this is working. All the ridge noise stuff was done already. So we can go right here. I think was the end of our daisy chain of stuff. Do this. Let's get it to be more continent heavy. Sure. And maybe a little bit lower sea level, like 0.75 instead of a 1. Wait, how much ocean do we? Okay, we'll just try it. Okay. Now. Yep. Can't wait to get rid of that ugly second directional light. Our mountain formula needs a little bit of adjusting because I think our height map is higher. So it's having a more dramatic effect. But I think that's pretty good. So let's leave this at 1. Our mountain formula right here. We can probably go ahead and get rid of the second directional light too. There's still a little... Mountains are still a bit beefy, so let's try a smaller number. 5. Once we come up with a good baseline set of numbers here, we can kind of like randomize around them. Oops, I didn't mean to open the blueprint. 3. There we go. Now we got some mountains. We got mountains, we got like plains and variance areas. Okay, this is good. So now we just want to finish it up. Finally, holy shit. It took forever to get this one. Like, I don't understand why I couldn't do it the way I was trying. Like, I still don't understand. Like, basically not affecting the ad, just not having an effect, threw me for a loop. Oh, gosh. Okay, so what do we do now? So now that we have everything working kind of the way we want it, um, we need to create parameters for everything. So we've got planet, shape, scale. So we go through each of these functions we've written, planet, shape, offset, and instead of having inputs, we'll create a set of variables, and then we'll move those variables into a struct, and then we'll have our setting struct, uh, continent, fault scale, continent, fault offset, offset, planet, shape, magnitude. And we want them to follow precisely the settings we've got here. Planet, auto, planet, fault, no, shape fault, auto tectonic blend equals 0.5, I think is what we're using right now. Yep. And then auto sea level 1. Let's do a comment here. 0 equals no ocean. 1 equals 50, 50. 2 equals all ocean. And sounds like Lindsay's getting home, so I'm going to go on mute for a bit to greet her. I'm back for a bit, but there's gonna be some gonna be getting some dinner here pretty soon. Let's see. So yeah, these need to all be doubles. Let's go ahead and name them double shift home control C. Uh, Wait, no, he's all right. It's exponents are digits double, and then finally a vector copy paste paste. All right, great. So we've got our parameters, our updated parameters here. Did we need anything else here? Okay, that's fine. It's automatic. Noise, kind of noise. Seems okay. So now I've already got a struct for this because I did this once already. So planet noise. Actually, to my shared structs. Generator bounds 2. Oh wait, this is the bounds object. We're not there yet. Parameters, noise type, noise seed, noise scale. Those three things are always there. The rest of this, however, there we snap this little header here up and just down the page. Okay. Now we can go into planet noise here. And so this is a fun trick. We're just going to delete this, which is going to break everything. But it's a good kind of break because now we know everywhere that we need the parameters at a glance, and it won't work until we've replaced every reference. Paste, paste, paste. Go, go, go. Clicky, clicky, clicky. Okay. Here, here. And the reason I like to do it that way is like you can be in one place, you can make all your values, like you just basically create a variable for every value that you want to be exposed in the struct. And then once you have them all the way they're working, you can make your struct from those variables, just copy paste them in there. And then when you delete those variables, everything will be named the same as the names in the struct. So you can do what I just did where it will light up anything that you haven't replaced yet. And it's pretty easy to do it that way. Okay, and then next, all of this is going to be broken, and that's because we have to completely redo our bounding struct. All of this stuff everything under seed can be parameterized. We're not using the noise type. I might just delete it for now. All right, all of this. So we're just gonna Control C, come down here, Control V, and F double bounds. This is the most common one, so we'll copy it, replace every double with that. Double, double, double. F int bounds. So these are structs that I made. They basically express a range. Vector bounds. All right, beautiful. Now we just have to do one more thing. Let's do like 0.05 to, we'll do 0.1 to 0.4 for now. Planet shape scale. Basically, now we're just coming up with plausible ranges for all this stuff. So we'll do like 0.25 to 2, maybe? Or maybe 1. And then planet shape offset. It's the same shit, both vectors. Luckily, you know what? I've already got that vector. Grab it from there. I won't have to replace it again. This one here. This one is special because the values stay small. So we're going to do the values stay small and we don't do anything on the z-axis. So we're just going to do 2, 2, and 0. And we could probably go up to like 3 or 4 as well. But, yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. A little bit more variance range. This is what offsets our mountain ridge. So it doesn't, you don't want to offset it by too much because you want the area it's influencing to be affected, like, to like make sense visually that it's working there. Okay, content fault scale, we'll do like a 0.5 to 2. Content fault offset we did already. Planet shape magnitude, let's do 0.1 to 0.9. Content fault magnitude, we'll do like a 0.1 to 0.9, something like that. 0.1 to 1, 0.1 to 1. Okay. And we could maybe even go lower here because we are going to have the tectonic blend as well. Okay. Tectonic blend. Let's just take the gamut here. 0 to 1, or like 0 to 1. Sea level should be -1 to 1, right? Wait, no. 0 to 2. If we want the full gamut. We might not, but we'll leave it for now. Kind of min elevation. We'll do -1 to -0.2. And kind of max elevation, we'll do 0.2 to 1. Mountain ridge exponent, let's go 6 to like 32, and if we see little snakies, we'll turn it down. Maybe 6 to 16 to start. That's done. Mountain ridge floor, 0.25 to 0.5 or something. Mountain peak exponent, we'll do 2 to 4. Simple, centered around the value we already have. Mountain peak scale, let's do 48. What were we at? 64. So maybe like 32 to 128. That's too much. 32, 64, 96. Mountain multiplier, we'll go from a nice 0.1 to 0.25 for now. All right, great. So we do that. Oh, and then there's one more part we gotta fix. This is where we randomize everything. Noise scale. What was that bound? Noise scale. Okay, great. Actually, we can probably fix a lot of these by just bounds. Paste, 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 paste. Now we get the randomization harness back online. And then we'll bounds test to make sure that it all works properly. And then we have our updated noise formula. Planar shared structs. Yep. Noise scale bound still exists. Just do it, I guess. Rams dot peak exponent, peak scale, ridge exponent. Just to make sure I'm not missing any of them, I'm gonna type them all out here. Ridge offset. Noise scale's already set. Noise seed should be already set. Yes. Okay, so seed and scale are already set. Shape magnitude. Shape offset. Shape scale. Sea level. Tech blend. There we go. Alright, so exponents get rand range. Doubles get efferent range. Oops. Nope. This is a vector. We'll deal with those after we're done with the others. Magnitude should be a double. Offset's a vector. Scale's a double. Seal's a double. Tech blend's a double. There we go. Right. Let's go ahead and get a nice little equal sign in between all these. Equals, 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 equals. So let's go ahead and strip these out. Getting pretty close here. There's our vectors. We'll randomize them after. Go ahead. Copy this. No, I didn't press any hotkeys for you. Go away. Or I didn't mean to anyway. Alright, copy this. Paste. Control space. Kind of fault magnitude bounds. Dot min. Dot max. Alright, now I'm kind of regretting. I'm kind of regretting putting all these placeholders, but it is letting me visually keep track of what's an int and what's a double. It's not the end of the world, I guess. Okay, these are ints. The rest of these are doubles. So for the doubles, let's just actually go ahead and C V V V V V V V V V. Okay, great. And even though these will work as well. Okay, kind fault magnitude. Kind fault scale. Kind max elevation. And min elevation. I think I have an idea to make this a little bit faster. Just gonna go through here and delete everything but bounds. Control. Yeah. This way my eyes won't get confused. And I don't have to copy it into the middle of each word. I can just copy it into the front, which is easier. Must 4 more. All right, beautiful. Now should be way easier. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, and then we have this template here. Paste and paste and paste. Finally, okay, this one's fine, but we want to do the same thing we just did. Loop around the bottom, do it to the other ones. Paste, 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 paste. All right, let's randomize some planets. And now we can get rid of all of this fluff. We'll approach that again when we integrate the crater noise back in, but okay, here we go. So noise type, yeah, we're not doing that. All right, let's give it a shot. So now our proc harness should be rigged back up. Great, we broke it. Well, maybe not. Maybe it just had different parameters. I think we should probably restrict the sea level a little bit more than we are right now. Let's do like 0.25, 1.75. So yeah, still a little bit of work needed on the bounds. I'm guessing that probably the magnitude pounds. No, maybe not. An elevation, max elevation. Let's do like this is that's the reason right there. Probably. Okay, still working. Shit, I guess I need my directional light back. Duplicate, Prio, rotation. I mean, there would be planets like this. There's definitely still some bugs to kick out of it. But this one's nice. The island planet. All right, I'm gonna bail for a bit.